The time has come for us to speak the brutal truth, the truth that dealerships desperately do not want you to hear. There is a secret about inventory that is draining your wallet right now. This is not your fault, but it is a harsh reality unfolding across America. Thousands of brand new cars are being frozen on the lot, their value free-falling every single day. And these are the exact cars that are about to be sold to you. The data doesn't lie. I've got the internal numbers, the market day supply report, to prove exactly which 15 models are the biggest liabilities right now. The brands on this list will sicken you. Stay tuned. This changes how you buy a car forever. The luxury pretenders. Kicking off the countdown at number 15, with a jaw-dropping 184-day supply, is the Hyundai Santa Fe. Listen up. $43,000 for a Santa Fe puts you right into luxury territory. The problem? Hyundai and those dealers got greedy. We're seeing mandatory add-ons and market adjustments pushing this family SUV into competition. It simply cannot win. When you add in the ghost of past recalls, specifically the fire risk concerns, this isn't a family SUV, it's an overpriced risk. Right behind it at number 14 is the Nissan Armada, sitting at 185-day supply with an MSRP nearing $72,000. 71 grand for a Nissan? Consumers are voting with their wallets and saying, no, thank you. And the brand didn't help itself by ditching the beloved V8 for a risky V6 twin-turbo. If you're a traditional large SUV buyer, that engine swap is a deal-breaker, and the inventory numbers prove it. The unacceptable compromises. Skipping ahead to number 13, also at 185-day supply, we find the Buick Enclave. This one is painful. Buick made the cardinal sin of replacing the smooth, capable V6 with a 2.5-litre turbo four-cylinder that reviewers are calling noisy, rough, and unrefined. In a near-luxury SUV designed for comfort, this engine is an unacceptable compromise. This isn't just a misstep, it's a failure to understand their core buyer. The reliability nightmares. We must talk about number 9, the Jeep Compass, piling up with 198 days supply. The issue here is purely trust. This is ground zero for the infamous Stellantis quality crisis. Constant recalls for airbags, software, and transmissions are crushing consumer confidence. When a brand like Jeep is consistently ranked at the bottom of reliability charts, that inventory number tells you consumers are running away from this level of risk. And finally, at number 7, with an absurd 201-plus days supply, we hit the bottom end of the market with the Nissan Versa. At $21,000, it's cheap, but it's too cheap. It's loud, it's slow, and the ghost of CVT reliability hangs over it like a dark cloud. Buyers know better. They're smarter now. They'd rather buy a reliable, used Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla than touch this car. This model represents the ultimate lack of value in the American market. The takeaway is clear. These numbers are a direct reflection of buyer dissatisfaction. If the dealers can't move them, you shouldn't buy them. Next up, the top 5 cars you absolutely must avoid. We now move into a category I call the premium market failures. This isn't about cheap cars, this is where high prices meet buyer rejection. These vehicles are failing either because their design is stone-cold ancient, the competition has obliterated them, or the brand simply lost its way. The economic bellwether and the identity crisis. Let's start with an unexpected entry at number 12, the highly rated Mazda CX-5. With 187 days supply and nearly 44,000 units sitting, this is a major economic signal. This car is well regarded and reasonably priced at $34,000, yet it's piling up. Why? It's the end of its life cycle, yes, but more brutally, it's proof that even middle-class buyers are tapped out and pulling back from the new car market. Moving up to number 10, the Mini Hardtop at 197 days supply. This is a brand identity crisis. Mini was supposed to be fun and accessible. Now it's complicated and pricey at over $37,000. They have priced the young, enthusiastic buyer right out of the showroom. Why buy a complex Mini when you can get a simple, brilliant Miata or a capable GTI? The luxury liability landmines. At number 11, we have the perennial underachiever, the the Land Rover Discovery with 189 days supply. Price tag, $74,000. The issues are sadly predictable. Notoriously poor reliability, a sluggish infotainment system, and worst of all, a 2.0-litre turbo 4 engine that is simply underpowered and embarrassing in an SUV this size. Buyers at this price level demand excellence, not these compromises. Let's jump to the shocking number 8, the Mercedes-Benz SL. Sitting for 199 days, commanding a six-figure price of over $163,000. This car has a serious identity crisis. It tried to be a sports car, but ended up being a heavy, overly digitalized mess. When you are asking for $160,000, buyers will rightfully choose the Porsche 911 for superior driving dynamics and resale value, or the Bentley Continental GT for unparalleled prestige. The SL is stuck in no man's land. Age and mismanagement. Just outside the top 5 is the legendary Ford Mustang at number 6, 201 days supply. Ford committed the classic blunder. They flooded the market exactly when the demand for high-cost sports cars collapsed. The young buyers can't afford a $50,000 entry point, and the purists only want the V8 GT models and up. The base Mustang is essentially dead inventory. And finally, the last one we'll cover before the absolute worst. Number 5, the Volvo XC90 with a staggering 210 days supply. At $72,000, you are buying a nearly 9-year-old design. In the fiercely competitive luxury SUV ring, where the BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE are constantly being updated, selling an aging platform for $72,000 is asking for this kind of inventory disaster. This is not just a dated car, it's a massive financial discount waiting to happen. Get ready, the final 4 cars are simply unbelievable. They represent the absolute worst inventory management in America. You need to see who is at number 1. We've made it to the absolute bottom. This is the Hall of Shame. The top 4 vehicles are causing sleepless nights for every dealer principal in America due to crushing flooring costs. With inventory exceeding 7 months, these models are financially poisoned and there is almost no way out. These numbers represent the most disastrous mismatch between brand strategy and buyer demand. The sedans on death row. At number 4, we have the Audi A6, sitting for 224 days. Price, $67,000. Let's call it what it is. The A6 is a dinosaur sedan in an SUV world. It's a dying breed, soon to be replaced by an EV. But the real terror here is the depreciation. Experts project this car will lose nearly 47% of its value in 5 years. That's a catastrophic failure of wealth preservation. Do not buy a $67,000 car that turns into a $35,000 liability that fast. Worse yet is its smaller brother, the Audi A4 at number 3, with a stunning 258 days supply. It shares all the A6's problems, but accelerates the self-destruction. Even loyal Audi buyers are abandoning the A4 for the brand's own better-selling SUVs like the Q3 and Q5. Audi is cannibalizing itself, and the A4 is the victim. The epic failures. Now brace yourself. At number 2, we cross the 300-day barrier. The Maserati Grecale at 301 days supply. That is over 10 months of inventory. Maserati is pricing this car like a heavyweight contender at $82,000, yet it offers none of the performance, technology, or crucial dealer support network of its true rivals, the Porsche Macan or the BMW X3 M40i. The Grecale is proof that a famous badge alone is not enough to sell an inferior product. Finally, the slowest moving vehicle in all of America. The number 1 inventory disaster, the Jaguar F-Pace. An unbelievable 332 days supply. That's nearly 11 months of dead stock. The Jaguar brand in a state of freefall right now. Terrible reliability reputation meets a $71,000 price tag. Why would any rational buyer choose this when you have the superior driving experience of the Macan, the legendary reliability of the Lexus RX, or the incredible value, quality of Genesis GV70? These 4 vehicles are not just bad buys, they are financial traps. They reveal the brands that are completely disconnected from the market. Before you sign any paperwork, you must learn the key financial lessons from this entire list next. So, there you have it. The definitive countdown of the top 15 inventory disasters plaguing the American car market right now. We've exposed the financial time bombs and the brands that are fundamentally disconnected from their buyers. But this is where I turn the question over to you. We've seen models sitting for 7, 9, even 11 months. These vehicles are a massive burden on dealer lots, which means they are ripe for huge, almost unbelievable discounts. The cost to the dealer is immense. Is the massive risk of poor reliability, catastrophic depreciation, or just a flawed, outdated design worth it for a fire sale price? In other words, are these cars finally worthy of your money if the discount is deep enough, or are they sitting there for a perfectly valid reason? I want to know your take. Drop a comment below right now. Tell me which car on this list surprised you the most, or if you own one of these models and what your real-world experience has been. Don't forget to like this video if I saved you from making a huge financial mistake, subscribe for more market breakdowns, and I will see you in the comments section.